Welcome to Mysteries and Crime. I'm your host, Melissa Thompson. As all of you may have known, everybody has been following the case of Gabrielle Petito and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, who has now been reported missing since last Tuesday. Now, on Sunday, September 19th, we were informed by FBI that they had found remains in Wyoming that they believed to be Gabby Petito, which was devastating to us all. When I found out the news, I actually sat down and I cried because my eldest daughter, who would have been 23 this year, she passed away. And so right now, my thoughts are with the Petito family on both sides, her mother, her father's side, her step-parents, friends. I am at a loss for words right now about this case. Yet I have also so many feelings inside how angry I am at the Laundrie family. These people are despicable to me. The parents, Roberta and Christopher, you have raised the biggest jerk of a son I have ever seen in my life. I've been a first responder for many years, and I witnessed domestic violence all the time. And what this guy did to Gabrielle was he gaslit her. He made her feel like she was worthless without him. He was the physical and emotional abuser in this relationship. And she said she had OCD. And what did he do? He didn't try to help her combat that. No, he dug in deep to that problem and made her feel like she was the crazy one. It's you, Gabby, that's the crazy one, right? That's how he portrayed it. And boy, did he make out good with the police officers, didn't he? And the body cam footage. I saw right away how distraught Gabby was in that scenario. And then hearing the 911 call yesterday, and you hear the witness saying how he was slapping her, and then he punched her. And this poor girl was so scared and so upset that they were being pulled over by authorities. And she was probably so scared for her life through her boyfriend, her fiance, he was supposed to love her and take care of her and be her partner in life. And yet he was an abusive asshole. I'm sorry, but that is what he is. I saw the manipulation in that video that he did, the performance. He absolutely 100% made it that Gabby was the one who was crazy, that she was an abuser, when you were trying to run off and steal her van and leave her with just her backpack and no phone out in the middle of nowhere, where she had no family and no friends. Wow, Brian, what a decent guy you are. Not. I have been very, very upset about hearing what has happened in this story. How the last communication, according to the search warrant affidavit, was August 24th. Now, verbally, that they had a conversation with Gabby, her mother said. And then 3 days later, her mother received a text message where she thought at first it was Gabby, but then she's reviewing it and saying, well, Gabby would never call her grandfather Stan. What did you do, Brian? That's our question, because everybody's pretty sure you were the one that was using her phone and texting her family, such as in no service in Yosemite. She never made it to Yosemite. She was in Wyoming. So we pretty much narrowed down the time frame of when something happened to Gabby. It had to have happened between August 25th and September 1st. And if August 27th, her mother received the text from supposedly Gabby, but wasn't Gabby, calling her grandfather Stan, we're pretty sure that was Brian who sent that text message. So we're getting a shorter timeline frame of when something happened to Gabby. And that was August 25th through August 27th. And most likely, August 27th, she wasn't alive anymore. And then, of course, Red, White, and Bethune, they were on their travels, and they have a YouTube channel, and they were the ones that were instrumental in helping to find Gabrielle's remains. They took video footage of that white van, and it's been all over YouTube, where before they're like right on top of it, that back door of the van is open. And as they're getting closer, the door closes, and there's his sandals on the ground. So right there in that time frame is when he did something with Gabrielle. Now, I heard from a news report that Gabby was not buried. I don't know if that is true or not. That is just one of the reports coming out of WFLA. They said that they saw her body from the air. So, is that what he did? He just left her like that? Wow. See, to me, he's a manipulator and a coward at the same time. He knew that she was beautiful. She got attention everywhere she went. She wasn't just beautiful on the outside. Gabby was a beautiful person on the inside, and you can tell that from her actions and the way she presents herself. And he couldn't handle the attention that she was getting. That's a huge red flag in this situation. He was absolutely jealous of Gabby. He knew that she could make social media a career. She absolutely had the ability. She was intelligent. She knew how to present her webpage. She knew that she could make a lifestyle being in the van life and traveling the world and seeing beautiful places and learning new things. And she was a health nut. She was always looking to make things better. And yes, so she suffered from OCD. You know what? We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. Gabby did what she thought she could do. You know, she needed to have things in the right order. And, you know, when they're not, that can give you extreme anxiety. And this piece of crap guy, he hurt her so badly emotionally by she said it in the police body cam footage, saying that he doesn't think that I can do this. Well, Gabby definitely could do it. And he did know that you could do it. He did know that. He didn't want you to accomplish your goals because he didn't want you to succeed over him. He is not confident in himself at all. So he likes to drag Gabby down to make himself feel bigger. He's a bully. That's what bullies do. So what this tool bag did was he came home September 1st without his fiancée. And what did his parents do? Nothing. Her parents are calling, texting. None of them had the decency to pick up the darn phone and answer them, saying that Gabby didn't return back to Florida. No. You people aided him in escaping. And see, I don't think that he has committed self-harm. I think he is out on the run, and I don't think he is in Carlton Reserve. Or if he is, He's extremely skilled hiker. We have to remember he has hiked the Appalachian Trail, which is extreme hiking. You know, a lot of people have gone there and they've become sick and they've gone hurt. Yet he has done these hikes. He's extremely good at being outside. So his parents knew that he went for a hike. He brought the Mustang to the Carlton Reserve. And then they went there and left him a note, you know, saying, oh, boo-hoo-hoo, don't hurt yourself, you know, come back home, we'll take care of this. They got him a lawyer, made sure he didn't talk to the police. And you know what? That is our right. That is our constitutional right. But these parents do not have the decency to call up her parents. This was going to be their daughter-in-law. And they didn't care that she didn't come back home? Really? What is wrong with society when we stop caring about other human beings? This was going to be their daughter-in-law. She loved Brian's sister as if she was her own sister, loved her children as if they were her nephews, sent them postcards from where they were traveling. And this is the way his family acts, leaving her parents to question her whereabouts for all that time, and then having to find out that her remains have been in Wyoming the whole time. That's what Brian did. I wholeheartedly believe he was responsible for her death. And today, they are doing the autopsy, and I hope they give us some preliminary results, because as they're doing the autopsy, they've also gone back to Carlton Reserve after yesterday being at the Laundrie home for hours, bringing out boxes of evidence. And they have search dogs today in Carlton Reserve. I'm wondering if something they saw in the home made them want to go back, or if they actually needed a break, because searches are very, very tiresome. I've been on them. My husband has. It's extremely tiring. And you want to help. You want to get answers for the family. You want to get answers for the victim. And we have to waste resources because these parents helped their son escape. That's what they did. They helped him escape. He had been sitting home since September 1st while Gabby's remains laid in the forest. Wow. He is a tool bag. I am so angry at this situation. And I am definitely going to explore his reading. He was obsessed with true crime. He was obsessed with Fight Club. His art shows a lot of anger. He likes pain. It definitely seems like he likes to inflict pain. It's coming out of his artwork. He likes to pick on somebody that is beneath him physically, that is not strong. Let's pick on somebody that is not strong. Mentally, physically, he is the definition of a bully. And his parents made him that way. They are responsible for this because they let him take off. And then Gabby's parents are wondering where their daughter is, then they finally decide to cooperate on Friday only because they're wondering where their son is. I'll bet any amount of money that they know exactly where their son is because they helped him get away. They helped him. These people have no human decency. I listened to John Walsh and wow, 100. I agree 100 with him. He called them the dirty laundries. Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. They only wanted to talk to the police after they couldn't find their son. And then they go and they go to the Carlton Reserve and they take his car back home. And I have a theory about that. I'm wondering if those parents arranged for some kind of ride or a way to get away, and they set this whole thing up that he was in the Carlton Reserve. What a perfect way to put the police, law enforcement on a goose chase while he's heading somewhere else. Maybe he's heading for the border. Maybe he's going to Cuba. Maybe he's going to Mexico. But I don't think he's in Carlton Reserve. I think he's already out of state. And those parents have led authorities on an absolute goose chase. They're all about self-preservation. That's what they're doing. Self-preservation for their son and themselves. And John Walsh said he is going to pursue them with every ounce he has, because on his show tomorrow, he is going to portray Brian Laundrie, and we need all eyes out looking for this guy. This guy is horrible. To abuse Gabby the way he did and then make it that he was the victim to the police officers, that, oh, poor him, Gabby suffers from OCD. Please, Brian, please. What you were is jealous. You didn't want her to succeed because you were scared then if she made it that she would leave you, that she would wake up one day and see what a loser you really are, because that's true. She was the one that was the angel in this story, not you. You portrayed that you're this innocent guy to the authorities when you guys got pulled over. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You were intimidated by those law enforcement officers. You definitely were, because when somebody is stronger than you, Brian, you don't know what to do. But when it came to Gabby, you had no problem abusing her. And now we have to waste resources looking for you while there's an autopsy being done today on this beautiful girl. A beautiful girl that wanted to start a life with you, that wanted to do this van life road trip thing with you, to view the world with you, to one day have a family with you. And you and your parents are just trash. You are dirty laundry, as John Walsh said. And I want everyone to have his face plastered all over, because he needs to be brought in. I am waiting for those autopsy results, because John Walsh thinks too that he had something to do with Gabby's demise. And I believe that since the beginning. He was home all those days and couldn't say anything. His parents couldn't say anything, that their future daughter-in-law didn't come home. His sister even stepped forward and said that her brother wouldn't talk to her. She was concerned for Gabby, yet the parents weren't. Brian wasn't. Because you know what you did to her, Brian. You left her out in that forest in a national park, all alone. While you booked it back in her vehicle and stayed for 10 days while you could clean up evidence out of the van. You left it like trash, by the way, knowing that that would hurt her. And now she is no longer here to be a part of this world and shed some light. Instead, we're stuck with people like the dirty laundries. I am going to keep looking into this case. My thoughts and prayers go out to Gabby's family. I am 100% behind you guys. And your baby girl is never going to be away from you. She is always with you guys. She is an angel. I hope all of you are well. I will keep you updated. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.